Welcome back to TSC Chats, episode 2 of 2025. We're glad to have you here.
Hi.
JJ, Ashley, Rachel, for those who don't remember who we are. Also, I thought I would start this by pointing out that during our last episode, JJ so rudely did not get the memo to match the rest of us and wear pink.
No pink pony club, my bad.
Yeah, so
It's on me.
you fucked that up. But you matched today. You wore blue, white.
It looks a little purple with the red neon.
Yeah, it's not important. It is blue, so
And it happened naturally. We actually didn't coordinate.
no, we didn't.
Look at
It
us
was
go.
like telepathy. So well done. Cheers for that. Yeah,
Golf claps all around.
golf claps all around. Well,
We're not here to talk about that, are we?
no. I mean, we could
We could.
for a long time, but we won't. Let's see. Okay. We are going to talk about, you may not have seen this. If you're looking at this on LinkedIn, then you probably did. But Steve, sorry, my segues are so good. Steve Smith, partner here at the agency, recently released, this is not a shameless plug, but it is relevant, recently released a recap of all of the WorkTech investments, the funding for 2024.
The monies.
Where's the money's going, basically. It's really interesting. If you haven't seen it, take a look. I think he's doing like little segments on parts of it as well. He's releasing over the last couple of weeks and maybe in the future. But
That part's a plug.
it's true. It's interesting and it's relevant. Shut up. Anyways, point being, money's going to AI,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Just like across the board. I mean,
Buzzword.
buzzword. AI is the buzzword.
Yeah.
And it's AI everywhere.
Yes.
So, it's AI evolution in WorkTech. And then also it's just AI
Yeah.
more broadly for B2B technology and also just like technology in general.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting if you take a deep dive into the AI companies that are emerging, specifically within B2B SaaS, is a lot of them are point solutions right
Yeah.
now. Like they are solving a very particular pain point and problem, which is very similar to like what a lot of the other, B2B SaaS companies
Used to be.
used to be
Yeah.
and how that market has matured. So oftentimes with like emerging markets, they start by having a lot of different point solutions.
Right.
And those point solutions will add on additional features and benefits.
Yep.
Or a lot of different point solutions will start to merge together
Yeah.
to more broadly provide different offerings and solutions. And so it's interesting to see the patterns
Yeah.
of mature markets that exist in B2B SaaS right now, as well as kind of that pattern reoccurring in all of the AI that's emerging
Yeah.
within WorkTech right now.
Yeah, and this one's going to happen way quicker.
Oh.
Like the point solution to platform took like a decade. It's going to take like 2 years.
Because
Because either existing platforms are just going to start acquiring them, or there's going to be like a lot more, I think, just like
Yeah.
PE firms are going to start buying in waves, and then they're going to combine them all, resell.
Well, the
strip
technology is changing so
brand. Yeah,
fast.
so fast. Yeah. It'll
Like-
be super quick.
Daily it's changing. So I think the evolution will definitely happen a lot faster.
Yeah.
So that means, a lot of the learns that can be extracted from history, I think are very much relevant to this emerging AI category.
Yep.
And so, a lot of these AI companies, they're getting a lot of traction
Yes.
right now because implementing AI into your organization is definitely like a huge priority across the board. I was recently doing a study where we were connecting with a lot of CHROs and head of talent and CEOs for a lot of like enterprise level organizations. And one of the topics that we were diving into was, what's one of your initiatives, or what are your top initiatives that you're focused on this year? And no surprise, AI was definitely one of them.
Efficiency. Everyone's looking for efficiency. Ooh, that's going down.
Yeah. And there's a lot to be had there.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
But, so these learns that can be extracted from history and applied to these, AI emerging companies, I think there's a few things. is one, it's going to be really important to invest in building out your brand. Because the market is so new right now, these companies that are, out there have the ability to have first movers advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, be the big brand that, people think of first whenever they're thinking for a solution.
Yes.
So be investing in your brand. And to be in a position to do that, you need to clearly articulate
Yeah.
what it is that you do and what you're solving, and you need to elevate the conversation, not to just be about features and benefits.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Because also all of that's true, but then you have this more core, mature market around WorkTech who don't necessarily not all of them are pulling in AI solutions or, deciding to go that route. And for them, they've at least been telling a broader story for a while. Obviously, people are more interested in like AI. One, is it cheaper? Is it solving one thing? Et cetera, et cetera. But the competition that the mature market, the core market, is going to be feeling with all of these other companies coming on board who have money to spend on their brand. Most likely, they're going to be getting funding, as Steve found. They're going to have money to spend on their brand and their message, and be able to change it.
Yeah.
As the market quickly changes.
But I think we also need to make sure people watching know the distinction that like investing in brand doesn't just mean spend money in advertising.
Oh
Like
yeah,
we
yeah.
just
Good
finished,
point.
Super Bowl season. You don't need to be next year's Super Bowl. You got, $50 million in funding. You're going to earmark $6 million for a Super Bowl commercial or whatever the ridiculous costs came out that they were.
Yeah.
But you need to be able to have a good message, a consistent
Consistency.
look and feel. You're going to go, if you do advertise, you're going to advertise in the same places over and over again to get, frequency from a touch point perspective. Investing in brand, I think, has this like bad connotation that it means spend a gross amount of money with maybe no immediate return. There are ways to intelligently invest in brand and like grow brand recognition. And so I want to make sure we make that distinction of like, yes, more money, it will probably be easier to do these things quicker, but you don't need a $20 million advertising budget to invest in brand. You can do it with very little, a percentage.
Yeah, and these companies also, as they're, what you said earlier, Ashley, you're going to have a ton of point solutions that come up, and they slowly start to either add on features or, acquire and merge, whatever. You don't want to necessarily go and blow your budget as much as you can on these broad brand initiatives that you don't necessarily need to put like that much behind it to be efficient, to be smart, to do it well.
Yeah. And from Ashley's point, like learn from predecessors.
Yeah.
There was a huge wave of HR messaging that was all about like HR now has a seat at the table.
Right.
There's like a huge business benefit to investing in HR tech. Like I think that has been established that is a thing. So what can you do from a messaging perspective to like get at the core of who your buyer is? Like HR people have their own budget, finance people have their own budget, operations people. It's a very established budget these days.
Yeah.
What can you do to actually show the what you're going to provide from a value perspective to your actual buyer? Don't try to be all things to all people as a point solution. Like make sure you have the pain points articulated better than how I can talk out in the market.
Articulate.
So that it actually makes sense. And that's how you can invest in your brand, like making sure that what you say is what you do, and it's consistent every time, no matter who says it or where you read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing, this is completely like unrelated, but also related. The other really interesting thing about all of these new AI companies that are emerging that, again, are really onto something exciting and I think have like huge potential.
Yeah, for sure.
Is they operate differently. And because of all of the innovation of AI, like they can be thinking about how their go-to-market team, and they should be thinking about how their go-to-market team is structured and operates completely different than go-to-market teams and tools, that, took place 5 years ago. And so I think that that's also really exciting to see and can be a real advantage for all of these AI companies that are emerging. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm like super geeked out about like
Yeah, it's really
everything that's
interesting.
happening there right now, and I'm really excited to see, kind of what the next few years hold, because history's repeating itself, but it's also like an opportunity to like do things differently. And so I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think it is too. And, it's going to be interesting. It's already, I mean, we were doing a deep dive not that long ago, right, into some of the point solutions that have come up that could still fall under the like work tech, B2B, whatever. Yeah, you know what I meant. Very articulate over here. The thoughts are happening, I promise. But it was interesting that a lot of them are around learning, talent. What was the other one? There was another like really big one. I can't remember. Coaching. And then you have like this whole other side of like workforce management and performance management as well. That
Collaboration,
yes,
productivity.
like that's where it's all going to happen first.
Yeah, it's content or communication.
Yeah.
And then how can we use content creation quicker to do the thing over here, or how can we communicate more clearly and more efficiently over here?
Yeah.
So I think that's like a natural, I think, first three kind of sub themes that they'll get into.
Yes.
Which is why I think they'll be able to like articulate your pain points to HR, but you're going to have applications with the same type of AI into operations and how they can communicate, and the same thing from a fintech perspective. So like articulate what you actually solve, because they probably have something that does something that you can do, but your differentiator is how much faster you should be able to do it, and hopefully
how much
at
more
a cheaper
nimble you can
cost
be.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. But it'll be interesting to see how quickly the trends change on.
Oh, it'd be nuts.
It's I mean, we could do have the same discussion in a month and see how different it is.
Oh yeah. OpenAI was supposed to be like the best, and they lost their throne.
I know.
Like for a couple of days, and then maybe they didn't lose their throne, maybe they did, but like it happened like
that.
Like it,
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
People were like, "Who is this?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, wild.
Well, buckle up, 2025. Here we go.
It's gonna be wild.
So fun.
All right. Well,
make sure you articulate well.
Yes. Don't do like we're doing. Articulate better. Anyways, thanks for joining us. We'll talk more about this next time, I'm sure, on episode 3 for this year. Bye.